You got the technological changes that are happening in your business. You've got the behavioral changes. You got the economic businesses. Your competition, basically, I don't want to be too honest, but they're basically idiots, okay? So they're not very intelligent. They don't get this. They sell benefits. They sell features. And here you are up here. It's a really simple thing. There's nothing to object to. You told them a Genesis story. Oh, no, that didn't happen. What happened when you really tried? You just told them how it failed 17 times. The Edison story, light bulb 1,000 times, didn't work, whatever. Nobody says, no, that's not true. Tell me the real story of what happened. Well, that's just what happened, right? I mean, nobody says that. So you're telling a Genesis story. You're communicating something in a way that nobody ever I hate objections. Gosh, I hate hearing no. Oh, man. That's why you don't ask questions that have no as a likely answer or a possible answer. So you've got the forces coming in. You show the Genesis story with the changes that are happening out here. You're really the only solution that's ever come in the door that's given them a great, cool story as to how this evolved and then how they fit into the picture. And it sort of works like this. I mean, their business isn't going to instantly change and be perfect instantaneously. In fact, it's really important that you use a failure model when you're communicating information. It goes like this, basically. You're going to do, thinking about Tim here, you're going to do this weight loss program today. What's the weight loss program? You're going to eat less food. Okay, so now you're going to eat less food because we were going to lose how many pounds, Tim?
45.
That's a lot of pounds, man. 45 pounds, well, yeah, a lot. It's 3.7 pounds a month. Big deal. Okay, whatever. So, all right, so you break it down, let's break this down actually. 3.7 pounds a month, that would be 1.4 ounces a day. Ooh, right? It's not very impressive. So, next year. So here we are. So, failure model. So the failure model works like this. You're going to start this program, and you're going to do this. It's really not very hard. How do you do this? You eat a grand total of 150 calories less well, no, it'll be more than that. Hang on. Just let it go for a second. 220 calories less a day. That's it. 220 calories less. That's a candy bar. Just don't eat the candy bar at night. That's it. So that's all taken care of now. All right. So here's the deal, though. So you're going to go. Everything's going to be fine for 2 weeks. And then what's going to happen? He's going to go out. It's going to be anniversary dinner. There's certain things that you get shot for. One of them's anniversary. The other's Valentine's Day. By the way, Mother's Day, Tim, if you didn't know this, you must buy a card for the wife on Mother's Day. You will die if you don't, even though she's not your mom, right? Okay. Yep, right, yeah. You'll learn this. It's not just you, but your dad has to buy the Mother's Day card too. I'm just saving you a lot of stress when you get married. So, I didn't know that the first year. Oh my God, did I pay that price forever. Do you remember 25 years later? So, the failure model is you're going to screw up. You're going to go out to dinner. You're going to consume way too many calories. You're going to consume like 1,000 calories too many. You're going to be put 5 days behind schedule. It's going to happen. You're going to fail. What's going to happen this week? Your star salesperson is going to get sick for a month. They're going to take a month off for leave. Something's going to happen. It will go wrong, I promise you. You might actually arrive at the theater and find that everything is exactly how you said it was not supposed to be. And here, that the walls would look terrible, and you actually have to put black tape up and make it all look cool. But none of that's likely to ever happen. So stuff is going to go wrong. It's going to happen. It's going to go wrong. That's the failure model. Stuff will go wrong in your life. All of a sudden, the guy's going, geez, nobody's ever talked like this before. That's because you're telling the truth, okay? All right, other salespeople who are average, they BS people and say, oh yes, everything's going to be wonderful. Our product always works. It's perfect. It's amazing. I live in Minnesota. Everything goes wrong in the wintertime, believe me. So stuff is going to go wrong, then things are going to get a little better, and then more stuff is going to go wrong, and then things are going to get a little better. Whatever the stuff is and whatever's going wrong for your business or your product or service happens to be, everybody has it. You can't possibly have a product that's so perfect that it's going to be perfect all the time. So instead of claiming the perfection, simply recognize the defects and let people know what the likely trend is and also what the challenges will be. Just tell them in advance. You will eat more food than you're supposed to. You will screw up. You will find that stuff will break down in the house in the middle of winter, which will stop you from being able to save as much money as you want in your life insurance program. You will probably not make an IRA contribution that's as much as you plan to. It's totally okay. Now you've allowed the person to fail, and it's not failure. That's the most important thing in the world. Because usually when people fail, as soon as they fail in that moment, they've like failed forever. Okay? But don't ever let your client fall for that, because everybody's going to fail all the time in everything, no matter how smart you are and whether you're accepted into Mensa or not. So the failure happens, progress, failure, progress, failure, progress. You're the only person to communicate truthful information to your client. Everybody else has been baloneyed. You're telling the truth. So you show the trend, you show what's likely to happen, what the things are to go wrong, and all of a sudden, you've taken the high road. Your competition's down here giving features, benefits, and explaining baloney that's not going to really happen in real life. Then, you introduce your idea, your solution. I didn't come up with this part. I got to give you this. This is really cool. There's a guy named Jeff Moore. Geff. You got to read this guy's stuff. He's so good. Geff Moore, Moore. And I think this was, right when Talk Your Way to the Top came out, so 1999. And Jeff came up with this really cool way to introduce the solution, the answer, the proposal, right, that actually works, right? And it's just so simple. It's for people who want to get XYZ for your target customer, that person. For those people who are dissatisfied with their current cable service, Dish TV, which is basically a bunch of corrupt people who rip off old people, okay, like my stepdad. By the way, here's the deal. I always tell people, you really should give me decent customer service, not because I'm a great person, but because I have a really big list. And I just tell the truth. Here's Dish TV. Here's what Dish TV, never, ever do. Anybody, no, don't even tell me. I'd get mad. Don't subscribe to Dish TV. Get rid of them. And never go to not Blockbuster, Best Buy again. Best Buy. Best Buy is a disaster. Here's why Dish TV is terrible. My stepdad, when he was 72 years old, was living at the apartment complex for older people, okay? They did not have cable or satellite in the building. My dad was receiving a monthly bill for $64.99 for Dish TV. They did not have satellite hookup in the building. So I called Dish TV up on a telephone, and I said, you owe my dad 2.5 years of money because he's been paying you $64.99, and you actually don't have service. Would you please refund the money? Oh, no, we can't do that because we can only take care of the last 90 days. I said, you seriously want to refund the money? You would be regretting it if you did not. Please do so. No, sir, we can't do so just because you're threatening to do so. I said, oh, no, I swear to God, this is not a threat. So what I did is I said, here's the deal. I have a fairly wide mailing list around the world. I will make it so you can't answer your telephone for weeks if you don't give my dad his money back. We're not going to take your threats. Hangs up. I got all of their attorneys, easy enough to find online. Got all their attorneys and all of their phone numbers that ring into their main office. I had Coffee with Kevin Hogan readers from all over the world contact those phone numbers. You did this for me, Tim? Did you do this? Contact them from all over the world. All of those numbers were disconnected, every single one of them. I don't know what my dad didn't get back, maybe $1,400. It probably cost them $50,000 to not serve their customer. That's the Dish TV story. Don't ever do business with the crooks. And we'll talk about Best Buy tomorrow. Okay, so, and by the way, share those kind of things with people. Just let those things go. People will get better service in the future. So for your target customer, people who want XYZ, who are dissatisfied with, say, Dish TV, for example, who are dissatisfied with the current offerings that they have, my product idea service is a new idea, is a new something in this category. It's a new service, it's a new idea that provides some specific solution feature that's not there before, okay? It's not there. So some solution, some feature that's not there before, unlike Dish TV, which sucks and rips off old people, my product is this, and here's what it does, and here's the features of it. Now you tell your story. The grand total time of actually making your presentation is now about 90 seconds. You told your Genesis story, cool, right? 90 seconds, you told your Genesis story. 60 seconds, you've done this. This is the fastest way. They talk about elevator pitches. I really don't like them. You don't have enough time in an elevator. You need about 90 seconds. And this is the 90-second version. Again, Jeff Miller, not me. But for target customers who are dissatisfied with their current offerings, my product idea service is a new idea or category that provides key problems and solution features. Unlike your competing product, my product is describe what those features are. They'll figure out, people aren't all that stupid. They'll know what it does for them. You can tell them what the features are. I don't know anything about horsepower. All I know is if there's a lot of them, you go faster. That's all I know, right? But you don't have to tell that to the guy who's a car guy, right? The car guy already knows that, right? So you don't have to go, oh yes, and this will make you go faster and you'll look cooler to the girl on the street. Well, no kidding, right? For the guy, that's what he believes, right?